subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Good morning, friends. How are y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandy and I follow WW. Well, at least I typically do. I have not tracked in probably 3 weeks. I have been traveling for a week and a half, and then I've been back, but just trying to get my life back in order. And I wasn't tracking, but wasn't going off the rails. So I'm ready to do this. I had a healthy grocery haul yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. And I did meal prep me a little breakfast. I made egg cups, which is a go-to of mine when I want to keep my breakfast super low. So I'm gonna pop 2 of these egg cups straight in the microwave, probably for about a minute. And I did record myself making them yesterday. So let's get to it. While these heat, I'll show you what I did to make these.
So these egg cups, I just kept it really simple and sauteed up 10 slices of Jones Canadian bacon. And then I'm also going to add half of a small onion and then probably about 3 cups of baby spinach. Once the Canadian bacon and onion was cooked down quite a bit till the onion was translucent, I went ahead and add all the spinach I had chopped up, but I realized quickly that that wasn't going to be enough once it cooked down. So I'm just roughly chopping the spinach. I probably used 3 to 4 cups total. I do not like the stems, so I cut those out. So that's what I was doing over there. And once I get the spinach in there and get it wilting kind of with the heat, I will deglaze the pan with just probably about a tablespoon of water. I'm just doing this to loosen the little bits on the bottom of the pan, and then also like just add some steam to help the spinach like cook along a little bit. I don't always pre-cook my vegetables and meat for egg cups, but I always say if you take the time to saute it first, I find the egg cups taste a lot better. See, you can see I added the little bit of water there, and I'll just give it a couple stirs and it'll be ready to go. In order to keep the eggs from sticking, I sprayed my cupcake pan with some coconut spray. Really loving coconut spray. And I'm just putting quite a bit in each pan here. A little goes a long way. Like I said, I used 10 pieces of Jones. And Jones Canadian bacon is 0 points for 1 slice and up to 3 for 1 point. So really, since I'm making 12 and only use 10 pieces, that right there is not even a point per a cup. It would be equal to 0 points. I decided to use just straight egg whites on these egg cups. And I have to say, I do think that's the way I prefer egg cups. Sometimes I add regular eggs and egg whites, a mixture. Sometimes I just do regular eggs. But every time I just do the egg whites, I find I like the egg cups way better. And then I'm topping them with some low-fat mozzarella cheese. And so since I added the cheese, I'm going to go ahead and count each of these egg cups as 1 point for 2, because that's the only ingredient I need to count points for. I did give the cheese a little swoosh with the fork to get it down in there. I've never done this before, and I think I like this better as well because it distributed the meat and spinach more. So I'll start mixing them around once they're in the cupcake from now on. I baked them in a 375-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And when you first bring them out, they're quite like up like a souffle, but they do quickly deflate on you. Kind of sad. But I use this little like toothpick tool, and it just helps me to lift them out and transfer them to my glass storage container. And these are the most delicious egg cups I've had in a really, really long time.
I'm feeling like a little mocha coffee today. I haven't done this in a while. I have this Hershey's Zero Sugar and a glass of ice. I just kind of run it along the edge. Not very much, just a little along the edge. Just like that, and it'll slide down. I'm gonna put about 1/4 of a cup of the vanilla unsweetened almond milk. 1/3 to 1/4 of a cup. I just do this to add creaminess without adding points. Fill almost to the top with Starbucks dark roast. bottle is almost out. I'm not gonna be able to get it all in there. That'll be for tomorrow. And then one of my favorite creamers, the coconut cream, sugar-free. I just really like this one. It's really mild, but love it. And about a tablespoon. And that is the coffee for 0 points. It looks like it made a ghost. Look like a ghost. I always check it for consistency. Very, very yummy. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fit the rest of the coffee in there. I think I can do it. So I am going to go finish getting ready. I'm actually putting makeup on today. I have a couple big meetings. And it's my first time back in over 2 weeks, so I figured I'd try to look extra presentable since I didn't want to be there. But yeah, so this is my breakfast. 2 of these is only 1 point, 0 point, 1 point breakfast. And the thing is, today I am having several meetings, but one of the meetings they provide lunch. I've already ordered. I ordered Jason's Deli. Just ordered a turkey sandwich, but it is on croissant, so it's higher point. But I already know my dinner is also low point. So I think I'm gonna be fine eating my sandwich. If not, I'll have to use a few weeklies, but that's okay. Okay, so come along and let's get back into it. I really, really need to get back on track. When I came back from New York, I didn't gain any weight, but I didn't lose any weight, even though we walked like anywhere from 7 to 12 miles every day. It's like insane. I thought I'd lost the weight and I didn't overeat. So I don't know. My body's in like this weird time right now. I think it's hormonal. Okay, I just got out of my long meeting that provides lunch, but I talk a lot, so I don't get to eat during that meeting. But I did get a blackcurrant tea. This is the best tea from Jason's Deli. It's unsweet, so it's 0 points, but I did add a sweet and low, which is also 0 points. And I got a California Club sandwich. It has turkey, avocado, lettuce, onion. Great. Oh, it's just in half. I thought it was broken. So not sure of the points of this. I'll have to look it up. But I also brought some strawberries. So I'm gonna eat my sandwich and my strawberries, and that's it. But my coworkers surprised me with a brie cake. Let me show you. This is my 2-tier brie cake. Isn't it so cute? I'm not gonna have any right this second. I'll probably have some as a snack later just to share with the coworkers, but not too much since I am eating a sandwich right now. But isn't it so pretty? I thought this was so sweet of them. We're heading outside to install my new squirrel table. My coworker got me this for my birthday. Okay friends, if you watched a previous What I Eat in a Day, I hinted and showed a little bit of my new toy at work to kind of keep me active, keep me moving, and it was my portable elliptical. You can pull it out and roll it. So I have it right underneath my desk. And I've been using it. I've had it for a little over a month now, and I've been using it at work. Yes, I was on vacation, but I was using it for a few weeks before that, and then I came back and used it in the day. And I have to say, it's very good quality. Like you can tell, it's very sturdy. The foot pedals feel sturdy when you're like pushing on it like this. I'll do a demo here in a sec. The digital display is easy to read. It lights up. The different programs have worked fine. Haven't had any issues there. And what prompted me to kind of look into something like this is I really, really wanted a walking pad and a walking desk. However, when you look at my work desk, look how big this is. This is like a very big desk. It's not really conducive to a raisable desk and therefore a walking pad.
And so I never made that happen. But this company, Funmily, they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try this? And they offered me this or trampoline. And I will say it was hard to pass up the trampoline because I saw a fun 30-day challenge there. But that's okay. I wasn't sure I'd use the trampoline that much. And then a weight bench. And y'all all know I work out avidly on my tonal, so I didn't need that. So I was curious about this portable elliptical. And I have to say, I do enjoy it. Now, what I will say is, I thought it would be like take more effort to push it, and it does not. So even though I'll use it at work, it's more just for movement. I do not think it's getting active minutes in, if you will, like it's the same as walking on a treadmill. And sure enough, when I did a lot of research about these, even from the company itself, and looking at their manual and whatnot, the purpose of this is really just for circulation and movement when you're stationary. And so when you take that into account, it's a great, great product. I do not think it's a great product for active workouts. If you're someone that's sitting in a chair that needs to do just like little movements, that sort of thing, this would be perfect for you. For instance, my mom, she has a bad heart. She has COPD, so she is not one that's getting out exercising like at all. And funny thing is, a couple weekends ago when I went home to get my aunt or my niece, she actually had one, not from the same company, but she picked one up and she's loving it because it is just that little bit of movement that she can enjoy in her day to day. And I actually love it too. You know, deep vein thrombosis is a serious, serious impact of stationary lifestyles, especially when you're sitting at the desk. And I know I've complained about it a lot on my channel that the higher up in my company I go, the more I am sitting long term. Like even today, I barely got 2,000 steps so far. When I'm using this, I did this for about 30 minutes today. It does not count steps, but it is just getting that circulation moving, which is great for your legs. Just don't think with this tool that you're getting like an active workout. It's just for movement and circulation and that sort of thing. I could see a lot of people really enjoying this product. Those that maybe enjoy the chair exercises would be another one. And I do like that it goes front and back. So a couple things that I just wanted to share with you. And it will be linked in my bio along with the whole company. I don't think they provided a coupon code, but I'll reach out and make sure. And if so, it'll be right here. Usually they give me a coupon code, different companies if I share stuff or whatnot. But this one has not yet. But usually then I'll say my video is ready and they'll give me a discount code. So it's like, I just don't have it right now. So that is it. Let me bring you over here and show you it up close. And if you have any questions, let me know. It's something different. I didn't even know these were available on the market. So like I said, it's very, very easy to like wheel all around. I keep it sitting. I like to keep mine on this back wall, just like that right there. Can you even see that? Mwah. Yeah, it stays right there underneath my desk. So this is program 3, and you can tell it's going in reverse, and it is a 30-minute long program. So I'm not pushing at all. It is just naturally moving my feet, so very, very little effort, which is nice again if you're someone that just needs that light movement for circulatory effects. I believe this would work great for those instances. And then on its own, it'll change faster or slower and reverse. Now it changed instances and I'm going forward at a faster speed. Just for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to speed it up to the fastest speed so you can see how that is. So 5 is as fast as it goes. You can tell that's pretty rapid. And then here would reverse it. So you can either use one of their programs or you can just set your own. It's fairly quiet too, it's not too loud. But like I said, it has 3 different modes. You can just do it yourself or you can do one of their programs, and their programs just go back forward at different speeds and just naturally change. But I am not pushing or pulling, it's doing the motion itself for my legs, my lower extremities. Here's the brochure. It says it's from Youngfit. That is like the brand, the manufacturer. However, it was sold from Funmily. Funmily.
Funmily. Funmily. A few things I want to also point out about it is assembly was like super easy. All I had to do was screw on the foot panels. It took less than like, I would say like 10 minutes. It was just really, really easy. And then after that, it just plugs in. Super simple. It came with a little remote as well where you can change the modes, and that would definitely be helpful if you have an issue like bending over. I personally find myself, I'm not using the remote. It's just easy, but it magnetizes and stores in the system, which is convenient so you don't lose it. Other than that, there are 4 different modes. There is P1, 2, and 3, and that's your program modes where it's going to do its schedule, if you will, or you have like your default mode, which is whatever speed and forward or backwards you set it to. And then the display shows your mode, speed on one side, and then your step/time on the other, and it like alters between the two. But other than that, if you want to know the mode programs, the little booklet tells you exactly kind of what you're doing. It's the speed changes and the direction of the feet, forward versus reverse. And it's just 3 different setups. So that is it. A really simple item. It would be great. Oh, it came with little dumbbells too, but obviously, you know, it's really set up to do a chair workout. Not really ideal for someone with my activity level, but someone else, this would be a great Christmas present. I actually, my father-in-law had a stroke recently, and I'm thinking of getting him one because I could see this great for his circulation because he's in bed quite a bit nowadays, sadly. So, okie dokie.
Most perfect birthday gift ever. Look at it. Isn't it just darling? My little corn picnic table. Now the birds and the squirrels can be happy. They haven't found it yet. The squirrels haven't been here yet. Can't wait for them to see it. But it's going to be annoying trying to change that corn cob for sure. It'll be worth it.
So I am home, friends, and it is time to start cooking dinner. Tonight we are having egg roll in a bowl. This is a really popular Weight Watchers recipe, I will say. But I am going to do the one from Home Chef just because I have a recipe card. However, it is a pork version. I'm not going to do pork to save points. I'm going to do turkey. But I have all my ingredients laid out. This should come together, I would say, in less than 20 minutes. Matter of fact, let's time it. It is currently 6:38. So I'm going to get to cooking and we'll time it and go through the points in a second. But let me show you my ingredients. I am doubling it. So I'm using 2 pounds of 99% lean ground turkey for 0 points. It calls for 4 celery, so I'm doing over that. Again, doubling it. Like to add the celery, it adds a good crunch. I'm going to dice up 4 green onions. I'm going to use the whites and the greens. I have a little bit of bamboo, not bamboo, what are they called? Water chestnuts? Oh no, no. Those are old. Whoops, not going to use those. X that. It didn't call for it anyways. But I have a large 14-ounce bag of coleslaw milk mix and then a 8-ounce bag of coleslaw mix. So I'm going to add those 2 to bulk it up. And for the sauce, I'm going to do Dijon mustard, ponzu sauce, which is basically the same as soy. To me, it tastes like soy with lime, so you could just use soy if you wanted to. And then some sweet and sour sauce. This is where the point's going to come from. I think that's the only place I got to count points for. And then as a topper, we use these wontons. So I'm going to get the meat cooking, and it, like I said, it'll be together really quickly. I'm going to season my meat with onion powder, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I really love ginger. So I'm going to take a few of these little frozen ginger cubes, probably just 2, and push them out to add to the meat. I buy this at Trader Joe's, but I have seen them other places as well for garlic and ginger.
One of my lovely viewers previously had said when she's doing extra lean ground turkey or chicken, she adds just a splash of water kind of to give the meat somewhere to go rather than adding oil. And I have to say, I added probably 2 tablespoons of water and it's working perfectly to keep it from sticking, but cooking at the same time and not just steaming. Great tip there for extra lean protein. Went ahead and added in the greens of my onions, and I'm gonna add my celery and both bags of slaw. And don't worry, it cooks down to almost nothing, but you just gotta be careful at the beginning folding it in so you don't go all over your pan. I promise it cooks down. Just gently kind of stir it around, let the heat get to it, and it'll disappear before you know it. And the last step will be making the sauce. If you need to at any point add more water to help with the cook down, that is a-okay too. Just do it little by little so you don't end up with a soggy mess. I know it seems like a crazy lot of coleslaw right now, but I promise it's just like spinach. It'll be gone in no time almost. See how I'm barely folding it in. Obviously you could chop up your own cabbage too, which if you want to save some money, I highly suggest that. But I will say if you chop purple cabbage, it gets everywhere. And my white countertops and stuff, it like wants to stain. So I stay away from chopping purple cabbage. Okay, it's been cooking for about 7 to 10 minutes. I did add a splash of water, probably a little bit too much water, and I covered it to speed it along. And now we're gonna do the sauce. You can definitely measure this. I don't measure stuff like this, but I'll let you know how much the recipe card is saying. So the recipe card is saying 1/4 of an ounce of Dijon mustard, but I'm doubling it. So you would do 1/2 ounce. There we go. That looks about 1/2 ounce to me. An ounce is like a shot glass size. The ponzu sauce, it is saying 1.5 ounces, so 3 ounces of this. This is harder to see since it's so liquidy. I'll do it to taste here in a minute. Add quite a bit though. And then sweet and sour, 2 fluid ounces. I'm not gonna add as much of this one. We like it a little more spicy than sweet. So instead of 4 ounces, I will do less. 1/4 of a cup is 140 calories. It's probably 1/4 of a cup. We'll see about that. Okay. So I am going to give it a go and see if it needs anything else. I hope I don't burn myself in the process. That's what it looks like. Yummy. I think it's pretty good, but it needs some spice for sure. I'm gonna add a little bit of sriracha. I've seen them where they add sesame oil, and I do like sesame oil, but again, I'm trying to keep my points really low. So I'm not gonna add that, but it does add great flavor. But I think the sriracha is gonna get it where I want it for sure. Whoa, oh my goodness, making a mess here. It already smells better, it's nice and spicy. Bon appetit. That made it a lot better. That's perfect now, time to eat. And the clock is 7:03, and we started at 6:38, so less than 30 minutes. I could have been closer to 20 minutes if I wasn't doubling it. It took a little longer because I doubled it. But this is gonna get like 4 to 6 meals, so less than 30 minutes, 4 to 6 meals, awesome. I am plated and ready to go eat exactly at 7:08, so 30 minutes start to finish with plating.
And this is my final product. I am having it with a Trader Joe's egg roll that is 3 points. Obviously, you could skip that if you wanted to save the points. And I consider this a bulk meal because I still have tons of leftovers, and this is a hearty portion, and the protein will be super high. If we only divide it in fours, then we're eating a half a pound of protein per meal, which is a ton. But all in all, the only thing I have to count points for is for the sweet and sour sauce, which honestly, divided over 4 or 5 servings, probably nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and count it a point. And then for my little wonton toppers, you can have 2 tablespoons for a point. So I'm gonna call this a 2-point bowl. And then 3 points for my egg roll, 5-point dinner, but very indulgent. If you needed a vessel to eat the egg roll in a bowl, you could wrap it in lettuce, like a lettuce wrap. You could put it over some rice if you have the points, or even add it to some noodles. Perhaps the artichoke noodles would be really good. But let me go sit down and eat this. Okay, friends, I am wrapping it up. That dinner was so good, but I have to say I didn't do very well on my points today, sadly. I'm at 29 points, and I only get 23 a day, but that is okay. For one thing, my breakfast was only 1 point. Those egg cups and coffee, 1 point, did great. But that lunch, that sandwich is counting as 23 points. I think it's like 600 and something calories. I guess Weight Watchers just doesn't like it because it's on like a buttery croissant. But it is what it is. I tracked it and moved on. I also had some strawberries with it. And then tonight's dinner was 5 points. And I didn't have any snacks. However, I'm about to even go over the 29. Let me show you. My husband stopped by Nothing Bundt Cakes. My birthday was last Friday. And one of my favorite flavors is key lime, and Nothing Bundt Cakes had a special flavor, and it's key lime, so he picked it up. And then they have a churro dulce de leche. We wanted to try these, so I'm just gonna have like a bite of each real quick and add it to my points. I'm not sure how many points I'm probably gonna count, maybe like 5 points total. So I'm gonna be like 34 points today. That's what I'm gonna call it, and it is what it is, but hey, I wanted to get back on track today. Didn't do as great as I expected to or thought to, but hey, at least I'm back tracking and trying, right? Track and try. Okay, good night, friends. Funmily, 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 Funmily.